Hey guys, so I've been getting a lot of questions from clients or just people that I speak to on best practices in managing a call center. So I'm going to share a couple of those thoughts with you today. I mean, obviously, within a 3 to 5 minute video, I'm not going to be able to share everything, but at least show you what we find works best for us. The first thing that we have found is that uh, really, if you really want to boil down calling or appointment setting, there's really only three major factors you need to watch out for. You need to make sure you have an up to date list, accurate as possible. Typically, we're looking for about a 70 to 80% accuracy rate. Number two, we have to equip them and train them with a very binary, succinct script. If you want to learn more about that, check out the video that I did yesterday. And number three, you have to have a mechanism to basically be able to listen in on their calls because it's one thing to train them. And I mean, if we've managed any amount of people for any period of time, we know this. It's one thing to train them. It's a completely different thing to hold them accountable to make sure that what we train them on is actually being executed. So having a way to listen in, having a way ethically and legally to record the calls is paramount because if you don't have that feedback loop, you've got nothing. And what we also find is, are you making enough calls? So really, those are the three places to start. Is the list recent enough that it's fairly accurate, 70% or better? The only way to find that out, obviously, is to make calls to the list and see what percentage of them are accurate phone numbers. That's number one. Number two, are they following the script? Which obviously is training and recording or listening on the calls to make sure that they're following the script that you uh, show them to follow. And number three is obviously making the calls. So, are they making enough calls? Up to date list? Are you listening to the recordings? Start there, and that'll tell you a whole lot, especially those call recordings or just listening into those calls to make sure that they're actually following the script. The other thing that I also want to say is extremely important is we have recruited and we have trained and we have onboarded and we have managed appointment setters from pretty much across the world: Canada, the UK, Western Europe, United States, obviously, Mexico, Latin America, Philippines, a long time ago, India. And one thing that we find common across all of those is that the turnover rate is extremely high. It's 40 to 50% because I mean, let's face it, it's a hard job. I mean, to sit there and make 200, 300 calls a day with the majority of people really not wanting to talk to you, it's a hard job. It takes a special person. But one thing that we tell our team is you have to continuously be recruiting to find the right BDRs and assume that you're going to lose 40% a quarter to turnover, just because that's the nature of the beast. So always be recruiting constantly, because you never know when one's going to get burned out, or you just might find out that they're just not following your process and need to be replaced. Hope this was helpful. If you did find it helpful, please click the share button below and share it with your friends, and have a great day. Take care.